Welcome back. With me in the studio, I have Mary Kaburu, a very beautiful, lovely lady who is giving her experience when it comes to culture in relationships. So, Mary, so good to have you again.
Thank you.
So, how has culture helped you in your relationship?
Okay. For once, I've noted something that when you come out in broad light, things are going to be okay. I remember a friend of mine dated a cousin,
Oh,
and they got a kid together.
what?
When the lady took the guy to the parents, daddy, we're expecting a baby, and this is the father
So
of
there's
my baby.
yeah, there's something that went wrong. Probably when they started dating, they didn't, introduce
Yeah, so true. They didn't introduce themselves
the parents,
to the parents. So the parents were like, no, no, why, no, why? But actually, at the end of the day, they were told, you're related and you're cousins.
But you can't actually blame them. I'm not saying it's right. It's only that nowadays we hardly go to, shags to interact with our cousins
So
and
true.
relatives. So we're just in Nairobi or in the town, and you end up, and it's just funny how you end up just marrying your own or dating your own cousin,
It's sad.
Yeah, it's
It's
sad
very
because
sad.
we have abandoned our culture. Probably our parents tell us, hey, let's go for a get together in shags. You're like, no, I'm hanging out with my friends. No,
I think
I'm
it's
doing
good.
this.
It's
Yeah.
good to go at least once in a while.
Once in a while.
Don't just ignore everything. Yeah.
Because that's where you get to know your relatives.
Yeah, so true.
You get to know your relatives, then when you come back, you don't end up marrying your own.
You don't end up together with someone of your own blood.
So in short, what you're telling us is that when you start dating, take this person you're dating to your parents, at least let them know him or her,
If you're
It's very,
serious.
yeah.
That is if you're serious.
But it might not be serious, just dating, then, something just happens,
Nah.
Mhm.
It depends. It can bring
So serious, when you talk about serious, what do you mean?
I mean, when you are in a relationship, you are dating, you are very serious with this person, and you have a future together. You believe you have a future together, unless something happens in between.
So if I'm just dating this kawaida guy, just...
Now, it's good. It's good to bring him as a friend. Just, okay, if you're not so sure, just bring him as a friend. Learn to see, at least you have to see how your parents react about this guy. Sometimes parents are right. By the way, sometimes parents are very right.
They're always right. By the way, I was telling someone, you might think that there's something that a parent can see that you're not seeing. Probably the reason why they're telling you, okay, fine, don't date so and so, it's probably they know something about this particular person, but they're not comfortable telling you. So what do? Do you listen to them, or what do you do when you're faced in such a situation, because your parents are not open enough to tell you, hey, by the way, there's a reason why you shouldn't date XYZ.
I think that's where relatives come in. If you trust your aunt, if you trust your uncle, if you trust your grandparents, they come in, they chip in. And I believe sometimes parents are so angry at this kind of a person you've brought, they don't give you a reason why they're angry. You're like,
no, don't date that person.
Yes,
Actually,
I love this guy. No, there's nothing like love happening to them. But when you come to
and
man,
you think probably, apana,
you think
have your
maybe
own
they hate
reasons.
this person for no reason. Maybe the parents, my parents and the parent of my guy, maybe there's something that we don't know about it. But what I believe, love binds everything together. So I think it's quite not easy. But what I've learned is talk to elder people. If you know that you do not know something, you don't know about it, talk to someone that you know has wisdom over that. Yeah.
And in your opinion, what do you think about this thing? Okay, fine. We're talking about culture and relationships, but in our parents' time, back in the days, they would prefer, okay, fine, marry someone from your own culture, marry someone from your own tribe. But things have changed. So are we allowed to disregard our parents' wishes, And it's still culture. By the way,
Right,
they're telling
okay.
us because it's just culture, but now, yes.
To me, Winnie, I think things have changed
Yes.
a lot. And I don't expect my parents to tell me whom to date. No, actually,
Basing
whom
on
to
tribe.
marry. Basing on tribe. I think this tribe thing has brought issues. I think you should just let it flow.
Because we're all Kenyans anyway.
Kenya, Wakenya daima. Yeah, I really don't like that idea of, because Winnie, you come from this tribe, you can't marry Mary. I'd like our parents to embrace what we have. I'd like them to know and to understand that it's not about their time. This is our time.
Thank you.
Yes.
You said something. This is our time.
Yeah.
So what are some of the practices that you have adopted in your relationship to keep your relationship going, you know?
Okay. All right. My guy, I introduced him to my parents, to my friends, to my relatives.
I like the way you keep emphasizing you introduced him to your parents. That is something very important. You know, when you start dating, at least young people, introduce your man, your girl to your parents. At least they get to know who you are dating.
So
Yes.
true. To what I've learned is when I introduced him, it becomes easier. This story tunaogopa, I think it will ease up. Then I know my dad is a humble lion, as I said.
Yeah, but people fear parents, you know.
That's why I'm saying my dad is a humble lion. And anyone who knows Mr. Kaburu, he's a humble lion. But I got to talk to someone, an elderly person, actually my mentor, our mentor. He's called Pastor Papi Mpiana. And he told us, if you hide this thing, where are you going to get the blessings from? Don't shock your parents. No, don't shock them.
Last minute, hey, ta-da.
No, please don't take them to the grave earlier.
Yeah.
So I introduced him. The parents embraced
But
him.
it was not easy. You were freaking out, yeah.
It wasn't easy because me and him, we were told, like, there's no way you guys are going to marry. Period. But with time, as I think we got patience. You have to learn one thing, patience and forgiveness. If you do not practice that, you're not going anywhere. You have to practice that. We waited for 2 years for them to understand
actually,
and allow us to be together. We took time. We didn't just say, oh, your parent doesn't like me, you too, okay, bye, I'm gone.
Yeah, we
No.
call it quits.
No, don't do that. If you really love this person, have patience. In relationships, in everything, it is patience. Patience, forgiveness. Patience, forgiveness. And it works.
And prayer.
Yeah, and prayer. Actually, everything, the fundamental, the foundation, it is God. If it's not God, it's not going to work. I'm not lying.
Yeah, true.
At all. Yeah, I took him to my parents. They embraced him slowly by slowly. They accepted him. We prayed about it. We fasted about it.
At least you realize, hey, we
Yes.
are not related. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'll have cried. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know, you know.
But right now, he's okay. My parents, they are very okay with him. They even call him for dinners.
Wow.
Well, I'm not there. I'm
Ain't
jealous.
you a
anyway.
lucky girl? You
Oh,
know?
amen.
But you don't say.
Yeah, they call him, they talk to him, and slowly by slowly, they come to learn one another.
So how long have you dated again?
Oh, 4 years.
4 good years.
Yeah, 4. Yeah.
You know why I've asked you, because like I've said, back in the days, they used to have prearranged marriages, and I don't know, I should get an elder, by the way, to come on this show
So
and
true.
explain to us all these things, because again, when it comes to all this, we're kind of like guessing. But I believe they never used to have a period of, you know, they're dating, they're courting. Things have changed. Nowadays, I've seen people within 6 months, I've met this guy, I've met this chick. Within 6 months, we're dating, we're courting. Pop, you end up getting married. Then after 1 year, or not even 1 year, pop, divorce or separating.
Actually, as we started dating while we were in school.
So where does culture come in? Yes. Okay.
So while
fine.
we were in school, so I guess that's why the period has come. We were in school, so we need to get prepared. We just don't date. Hatutakula upendo. So
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So
True.
as we started earlier, anyway, I think there is where it was found love at first sight. Yeah, he got me there.
Wow.
Yeah. So with time, it gave us a period of to know one another, to understanding. That word, understanding one another, very, very, very well. It took time. Though you can't know someone if you haven't lived with that person, but at least you can understand some nitty-gritty about this guy, nitty-gritty about this lady. That is where culture is coming in, when during our parents, I don't think they used to date. I'm not so sure if
Yeah,
they dated.
I'll get a
got
parent. Of
married.
course, I know I can't get my mom here to answer all these questions, but
Yeah.
I'm very sure I'm going to get someone who is going to answer all these questions for us.
For me, I'll just say it depends. The people who are getting married within 6 months. Okay, I don't know what.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
it's
I don't know if
crazy.
it's love. I'm not so sure, but if it's love, or
Puppy,
kudos.
puppy love.
Yeah, but if it's true, as in learn someone. Don't just jump into when you're this. Oh, really? Oh God, you got a ride, you got a house. Oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh God, the
jump-
shoes, the
don't
watch.
just
Yeah,
jump.
he's a
Yeah.
Barbie, or you
Don't
know,
just jump. Take time and talk to God.
Mm-hmm.
People, so many of my friends used to tell me, this relationship of yours is not going to work. It will never work. And actually,
Maybe they were just jealous, or they wanted your man.
I'm not so sure. Or maybe they wanted me, you, Winnie. So I told them, I'm not so sure about what you're saying. But what I know is if it's not God's will, it won't work. Right now, as we are speaking, they come to us.
For advice.
Yes.
Yeah. What do we do? Yeah. Okay.
They
That's
come
good.
to, they've dated several people, several times. Then they come and ask my man, how have you handled this lady? 4 years? How? Communication? How? Yeah.
4 years without a kid. How do you guys handle that? Because let's face it. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes we've had unwanted pregnancies. People just, like they say, you end up dating someone for long, you get used to each other, then you go like, okay, fine. Anyway, let's have a baby, because anyway, we're going to get married. But how have you been able to, survive all those 4 years without having a kid?
Kids. No wed, no bed.
What?
Yes.
Come again.
No wed, no bed.
No wed, no bed.
Going to that,
Nice.
we are Christian. Core values. Principles, principality of a Christian. That one has been forgotten anyway. But what I'll tell people, it's all about you too. What do you believe? Do you believe in love or do you believe in affairs?
I like you.
You need to
you have
understand.
brains, man.
You need to understand where you're going. Now, me sleeping with someone to come to find love, according to me, I don't believe in that. I believe in building a friendship, God, then love will come. Love grows. And what we've learned, as we've looked for activities to do, we go with our friends some places. We just look for activity to do, and then we go to so many
Hobbies
places.
and all
yeah,
that.
so many seminars, and actually, our mentor has given us a burn.
So you can actually date someone without, having to sleep with them.
Yes. You can. If it works to me, then it has to work to you.
Yeah, if
Yes.
it worked for you, by then it can.
Discipline, commitment, principle. Yes.
What about age when it comes to age? Because again, during our parents' time, they used to get married very fast, very early, at 18, 19. Someone is married. What do you think about our culture? Should we start probably dating or get married at around 20, 25, or
No, according to me, I think you should be mature enough. You need to know what you are doing.
mature enough? That is what at what age?
You need to know what you are doing at this. There's someone who's 18 at this, and
Very
that
mature.
lady, she's very mature.
It's someone who is 30
Someone is 30
or 40.
and you are, I don't know, you're not mature. You need to be mature mentally. You need to be mature. So I believe in, if you really want to settle with someone, both of you need to be mature. You just don't date, and then it's called a love, puppy love. Then when you come into the house, man, something's like, oh, whoa, no, wait. I was not supposed to be with you. Take time. Don't just rush into things. Take time. You think
because people are rushing,
you think he's going? My friend is no. If alikuwa kuenda lazima aende.
Angeenda tu.
Yeah, angeenda tu. Wako hataenda, atakuvumilia. Yes.
Wow, I like your encouragement. I like what you're giving to the young ladies.
No problem.
So your parting shot to ladies out there, your age. She's very young, by the way. Very young.
18 till I die.
Yeah, 18. Yes.
Yeah.
Very young. So what would you like to tell ladies out there who are in relationships or dating? Your
One.
camera is there.
1, God. 2, God. And 3, God. Involve God in everything. He will give you the right person. Do not rush. He's there, and he's able, and he's true.
And culture? Keeping culture in relationships.
Okay. In culture, kindly let your parents understand you. Take your person to your parents. Let them embrace what you have. Understand. Do not worry about culture. God will intervene.
Wow, nice. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you,
I know a lot of people wouldn't be open to discuss their relationship, but thank you. If it worked for you, if it worked for her, it can work for you. If you're dating someone, please introduce that person to your parent, and let's keep the culture going. Anyway, it has been cool. It has been real right here on Ladies Talk. Do send us your views and comments. The number is 22330. The number is 22330. Until next time, do have yourself a blessed time. I have been your host, Winnie Adisa. See ya.